Hello, hello. Let's see here. Of course, we're going to have our swatching first. I need to cut some more paper, I think, for my swatches. And for the gel proofing, we'll be doing later. Let's see, what am I cutting these at? I have to leave a sticky note on my the thing right here. Cutting at 2 5/8. Need a little more room there. Hey Patty, how are you? 2 5/8. Let's do 3 5/8 on this. That is 3 5/8. I'll just cut enough for today. This blade is already, I haven't had this cutter long, and the blade is already looks like the blade is dulling. That's, I don't like that. Well, I do cut pretty thick paper, so I don't know. So are you just watching, Patty, or are you working on something else while I'm talking in the background? I like to work on other things while I watch live streams and just kind of pop my head up when I hear a word that piques my interest. Okay, don't know what that is. People too noisy on the weekend. 2 5/8. Ugh. Those crappy edges are making me mad. I know I have a replacement blade somewhere, but I'm not going to try to look for it at this moment. 5/8. Hey Pam. Hey Rachel. I went over to my mom's house before jumping on, which is why I'm not really prepared. I went over there to pick up, looks like these were cut, not all these were cut at 5/8. Went over there to pick up some more paint to swatch. I have probably 4 more of these with paints in them that will need to be swatched. So I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to do. I was like, okay, well, maybe I can stick with my blues or my neutrals. So maybe we'll do those. We'll do these kind of brownish colors. 1, 2. No. I don't want to swatch some of these weird colors I have here. I'm looking at this video and the camera is definitely overcompensating for the light because that is really bright for you all and it's not bright in here. Deep blue, red, deep. We'll do that one. What's this one? That's Morning Mist. I already did Sage Blue, right? I don't know. I won't do that one. Another one. This one, Mauve Dust, maybe. And I want to try these, I think. What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There we go. That's my little brayer. Been moving so much stuff around, I don't know where anything is. I don't know which I think this is the right brayer. Yeah. Okay, got that. Hey, Flo. Alrighty here. Oh, let's start light and work our way down. So we have these, this. Okay. What's everybody up to? Happy Saturday. We made it another week. I'm now on summer. Well, I was on summer hours last week too, but I really felt it this week. Monday through Thursday, 10 hours a day. I could barely make 8 hours a day. This week was torture. Okay, so to start off, we shall do Morning Mist and Deco Art Americana. Meandering around your own house, just kind of like lost at home, not sure what to do, Flo. Just kind of like, oh, okay, I'll clean this while I'm up and then go back, sit back down and kind of piddle around. I haven't used these in a while, so I have to shake them, make sure they were mixed up. Now, I know I have a Morning Mist in another color. Another brand. So we'll have to compare these and see how closely, how close they are in color. I like this one because it kind of looks a little purplish. Have you done any more printing, Flo? I've been doing a lot of reorganizing in my space, I'm getting happier and happier as things arrive and I put them together and start organizing stuff. My plates are within hand's reach. My paints are on their own cart now. My tools are on their own cart. I put my stencils, the binders with my stencils and swatches and everything, I put those behind me. So I literally just have to turn around and grab whatever I need. It's such a wonderful feeling. You were supposed to get her her own paints, and so she'd leave yours alone. Wipe the edges off of that. Okay, this is Morning Mist. By Deco Arts. Americana. Really nice color. I don't know if you all can see that. It's kind of a gray, maybe has a blue undertone to it that's kind of making it look a little purple in my eyes. And so this one will probably be a little similar. I think it might be a little more brown. But it is Folk Art Mauve Dust. Ooh. I've actually been using this quite a bit for something else. Yeah, definitely has a brown tone to it. What is she painting? Oh my gosh, Pam, I need to. I always wait till the last minute to do cards. When is Father's Day? Don't tell me it's next Sunday. I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all. Get that paint on my hand. I have a hard time thinking of like what of a design. It takes me weeks to settle on a design. Not just for cards, just for anything. Guess that's good, Flo, since everyone's been cramped inside, at least she's finding something to do. Painted her craft cart? Well, that was ambitious. I don't even know. I think I need to follow her with my art Instagram because I can't get into my personal one. Is she posting pictures of her work? This is Mauve Dust by Folk Arts. And it is a matte acrylic. And her storage cube. It's too late, Pam. Now I'm panicking because I know I'm doing this last minute. And I did go on Pinterest to like find some inspiration. I was on there for a little while and I got sidetracked. So you can see these. I really like this color, the Morning Mist. And the Mauve Dust, it doesn't look so brown when it's against darker colors. At least I don't remember it looking brown. I have to go back to the project that I was working on using it. But nice color, nice color. So, grabbed this one also. As you can see, it's still sealed. These are by Folk Art, and they're called watercolor acrylic paints. And so I have a few colors in this, and I haven't used any of them. So we're going to open it up and see what it looks like. I can't imagine how an acrylic paint is going to look like a watercolor unless they're talking about like runny, which I don't have a problem with that. That's a look. Go ahead and get you some more paints, Flo. Just give up and get you some more paints. I don't know if I shook that up enough. It looks kind of lumpy. Might be old. I feel like I just bought it though. Ew. Yeah, what's all those lumps? What's up with that? This must have gone bad already. And I never even opened it. Yep, Flo, go buy you some more paints. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look. This lumpy, ew. This can't be right. And I think I tried going on YouTube to see if there have been any videos on someone using these, and I don't think I had any luck. But hey, it rolls out, so I'll use it. I have to open the other ones and see if they're just as thick. And maybe this is just how it's supposed to be. So let's see what else happened this week. I really haven't done anything art-wise this week because they were putting the windows in and I had to move everything back, and I've been spending all this time organizing. I don't think I've done any printing. Hello, Freedom Deep. How are you? Of course, it's a pretty color to me because I love ochre. Postcards. Watercolor. Acrylic. Interesting. Okay. Hi, Peg. Get that all over the place, too. Today is not going to be a messy Saturday. No, ma'am. We're going to keep this under control here. I had paint all over myself last Saturday. Okay, next color. Fine Touch. You can see I got this for 74 cents from Hobby Lobby. Fine Touch Flesh Yellow. That sounds like a weird name, but it was 74 cents. And I think it might be a good color. Okay, it's already open. Ooh, it stinks. Thanks, Peg. I have so many more to go through. We'll be swatching forever, especially since I can't seem to stop buying paints. Hi, Sarah. Ooh, teaching an online class. On what platform? Everyone, this is Sarah, and she is a designer for art foamies, among other things. Great artist, loves stamp carving and printing. A woman after my own heart. I have to get back into stamp carving. Once again, I try to get on Pinterest to find inspiration because I haven't really carved stamps, really carved stamps since like a carved December, what, 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago? I was a carving mad woman when that was going on. And maybe I wore myself out with that and really was like, okay, I need a break from carving. That's one thing about challenges. Those online challenges, you go 30, 31 days straight, at least. Some of them, like iCAD and 100-day project. Those are longer, and I just feel worn out after them. The Fine Touch, which is a Hobby Lobby brand. I don't know if they just rebranded their paints from the Master's Touch to the Fine Touch, or vice versa, or if there really is a difference in the quality of the paints between the two. I don't know. Does anybody know the answer to that question? Flesh Yellow. It's a weird name. But I guess there is a yellow undertone, especially next to the ochre. You can kind of, golly, why is this ochre so wet? It's not dry yet. See. You can kind of see the yellow in there when they're next to each other. Oh, so Sarah, you got started with Carved December? Okay. I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to think of a theme way beforehand, maybe even find some inspirations, 31, I don't know, patterns or whatever, so that I already know what I'm going to carve every single day. And I think if I do that, I'll be able to stay on top of it. Yeah, I love carving. I absolutely love it. I need to find a better way to store my stamps now that I have so many. But definitely love carving. Little stamps, big stamps, even the simple ones. Stamping them is a lot of fun. I want to make some bigger stamps because I want to start printing on like fabric, muslin, the stone paper, things that you can make stuff with. Hey, Megan. Hey, Lynn. These swatch cards are between ATC size, which is 2.5 by 3.5, and I made them just a little bigger because the pockets that I put them in, I think, are 2 and what was I cutting them? 2 and 5/8 and 3 and 5/8. But definitely you can cut them at ATC size. And I'll show you that. I'll show you the pockets that I put them in. And this, of course, this gel press plate right here is 2 inches by 3 inches. So it's perfect. It's one of the, it came in the pack of petite plates. This is Blick in Raw Sienna. I'm gonna have to hit that ochre with a heat gun. Maybe that's why it's considered watercolor, because it's taking entirely too long for it to dry. And here I have another one in sienna. We'll see what the consistency of this is. Let's see. I saw something about Zoom. Who does something? Is that what your class was on, Sarah? Zoom? Did I miss that? Moving up here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Zoom has been a lifesaver for even creative people. I've been so busy lately, but I was participating in Zentangle Zoom and love that. So yeah, that's great. You carve with me, like we do it on a live, or should we all get in a Zoom and carve? Okay, clearly this must be the consistency of this paint. This is gross looking. It's really like, looks kind of gelatinous. Yeah, Lynn, the Blick bottles are very thick. I do not know their reasoning behind that. And I'm like, we're going to have to do a campaign where everybody sends in a message to let them know that we would appreciate if they were a little easier to squeeze. This is sienna. Really gloopy. Gloopy, gloopy, gloopy. I think this is the reason why I couldn't find much on these paints. They look like they were a dud. Maybe if I put some high flow medium in there, I'll be able to get better use out of it. Oh, I think this one's a goner. I think I'm gonna put this aside. Not gonna struggle with that. Not gonna do it. Which color was that? Was sienna. Let's do, I got a million paints over here. Let's pull out something shocking. Phthalo green. No. What's this one? This is just phthalo turquoise. No, I'll pull out this one. That's such a pretty color. Let's do that. may do my own 31-day challenge. Ooh, I would need some time to think about that. I'm not good with coming up with stuff like that. I was telling someone, I think in the last stream, I get tired of naming my stencils, and pretty much they're just gonna be numbers. No more fancy names, just stencil 001, stencil 002, and because I am just bad about that. This is, who is this by? This is Artist Law. Medium, artist grade, medium viscosity acrylics. This is their Series 2, one of their Series 2 paints in pale olive. I think this might be the only one I have of this. I don't know why I don't have more of these. Oh, these are just some regular wet wipes, probably from Walmart brand, called Pure and Gentle. Yeah, maybe I can slowly work my way. I would love to do a challenge. You know, I kind of hate to step on people's toes. That's kind of where I am. Like, Julie Faye Fanballer, she already has her carve challenge. And then Brigitte Coupson has her printing challenge. And I gotta find something that's unique for me. And then take the time to figure out some prompts. I think I would like to do a color palette challenge. That's kind of my thing, right? Since I like exploring color palettes, maybe we can do something like that. This is called Pale Olive Artist Loft. Just put in here level 2. Need a basket to throw these in so they're out of the way. Okay. Next up. Yeah, something a little earlier, because December's kind of hectic for everybody. Maybe people wouldn't be able to participate in Carve December because they have so much going on. There's just a lot of activity going on in my neighborhood today. Oh, I'm just loving these colors together. This is yeah, maybe April, a month that doesn't really have something. Although April is when the 100-day project starts, but yeah, maybe I can do it then. Pick a month that's not too active with challenges, so I'll have everyone's attention. I love this burnt umber. It seems to have a red undertone to it, and maybe that's all burnt umber. It's not all burnt umbers, because I definitely have some burnt umbers that are very brown. But I just love this one. Yeah, I'll do a color palette challenge. Come up with 31 color palettes. Or maybe half of that, maybe 15, and we kind of like spend, because I feel like when you start with a color palette, it's kind of good to get a couple days or at least a couple of different type of pulls with them just so you can get comfortable with the paints you chose, because as we can see, some paints go on surfaces differently. But just some time to get used to the paints, get used to the colors and how you like to use them. Because I think if you switch it every day, unless people are willing to take the time to like do multiple things with the color palette in one day, you might have to do one color palette every few days, like maybe every 2 or 3 days. So this is Burnt Umber. Boop, 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 by Masters Touch. Okay, love that color. Don't use it hardly at all. I need to start using it. Just look at this. Look at these. This right here. Before I write all over it, close the pen. These, maybe we'll have to work with these 5 colors today. I like this. Maybe not this color, but something similar to it. We'll look for a yellow ochre that's similar to that, and then work with the rest of these colors. I feel like, you know what? I think I have a color palette in my color palette journal that looks very much like this. The one that, similar to the one, Rachel, that we did when I came to see you last year. Okay, so, oh, April's so far away. Now I'm kind of excited about it. I have to plan for maybe April next year, or let's see. August might be kind of hectic. Everybody's like, hey, I gotta get my kids in school or whatever else. This is open. Okay. Blick Matte Blue Red Deep. Yeah, I found Sarah through Rachel's Unmuted project. So glad. Had no idea there was a sister on the Art Foamies team. That's exciting. And her Art Foamies are very much the kind that I like to work with. Geometric shapes. I really like that. I'm probably going to end up going online today and buying the abstract sunflower and the abstract globe. But she has a, I won't say a lot because I'm not quite sure how many you have, Sarah. Maybe you can tell us. But you have the Art Foamies that kind of layer, so that's nice. I didn't get a chance to watch the egg video you have up on YouTube yet, but I did get the notification yesterday when you posted it. I think that was yesterday, or maybe it was this morning. I did get the notification, so that's good. But I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. So I think that's a really cool shape. You can do a lot with that, especially for people who like mark making, because you have space in between the egg part and the other layers of it to kind of make marks. The elephant that you have is absolutely gorgeous. I love that kind of hatched, carved, sketch type look. So that's kind of on my list too, to get the elephant. I'm not quite sure. I don't really use specific shapes, but I absolutely love elephants. So I might have to get that just because. Let's see, Blue Red Deep. This is a gorgeous color. Blue Red Deep. When I get done with all the swatches, I'll put them up closer to the camera so you can kind of see exactly what they look like. Blick Matte. Look at that. Getting excited at these. I like purple. I like purple, but I like with all colors. Like I love red. Red's my favorite color. I don't use it a lot because it's such a strong color, but now that I found these deeper, richer reds, I love those. I don't do primary colors. No primary colors. I've got to have some gray added in there, or some brown, or some black. You got to get deep with me on the colors. You have 10 to 12 layering stamps, Sarah? I believe so, Peg. Yeah, go ahead and put a link in there if you have one. Ooh, that's way too much. Way too much. Where are my other plates? So excited I can just turn around and grab my plates, guys. You just don't know. This is too much. Yikes. Oh my gosh, this is a gorgeous color. This is kind of a red, brown, orange type mix here. Golly, this is gorgeous. Kind of makes me think of a currant, you know, that's correct. Could be making that up. The fruit, like a currant, how it's kind of like a orangey, reddish, brown. Oh, this is so exciting. I gotta pull this with something. And this is how it starts. This is gel printing. Never ending. One thing leads to another. And it begins. Whoop, I can't let this dry on here. There we go. Oop, that was a little wet. Leave that there for a second while I pull this up. Just a little bit more. I think I got everything out of there. What is what, Lynn? What am I pulling the paint off with? Or messy? I'll put this to the side. Easier said than done. I'm already getting a messy table. So this is a gorgeous color. This is Grumbacher. Got this from Hobby Lobby. Grumbacher Academy Acrylic in Cadmium Red Deep. Now I have Cadmium Red Deep in another color. Cadmium Red Deep hue. But it doesn't, I don't think it looks anything like this. Deep Hue by Grumbacher. Yeah, if you have a YouTube channel, anybody on, if you have a YouTube channel, feel free to drop a link in the chat. Sarah, go ahead and put yours down. Peg, you have one too? think Rachel might be away. She usually does a little cleaning up around the house while she listens in. So if someone knows her YouTube, can you put it in there for me? I believe, or I can drop it in there later. I think I'm following everyone. I know I'm following Rachel, but Rachel and I are relatively old buddies. Okay. Oh, it didn't post. Let me see. Let me see if I can click on. Oh, you can put users in timeout in here. Let's see. Let me pause for just a second and we'll see what I can do here. I can definitely put them in the, or yeah, if you can see the comment section, put it in the comment section. Alon QP, she does a lot of paper crafting, cards, journals, definitely a lot of swatching. I love watching her swatching videos. Swatches inks, ink pads was I think the last one that I watched. I don't remember which brand you were swatching, but you had a lot of them. Okay, I think I'm doing too much on my computer and it doesn't want to open up any windows. Any more windows, it refuses. Let's see. Let me find it on my phone. Hi, Tara. Rachel is Queenpreneur. And trying to pull it up. Let's see. Subscriptions. I always forget which links to click on. Alphabetical order. Okay. No P, Q. Oh, Rich, you're not Queenpreneur on here. Did you change? Rachel, what's your name on here? I thought it used to be Queenpreneur. Rachel, paging Rachel. I guess I'll just add links later on in the comment section. These are just pure and gentle. Oh, the lint. Yeah, the lint can be a problem. I have used wipes from like Dollar Tree, and those are really thin and they kind of shed. These, I believe, are Walmart wipes. I'm almost 100% I bought these from Walmart. Oh, Soul Rain. Okay. I don't know why I thought her YouTube name was Queenpreneur. I've been a follower for so long that I don't even pay attention to how her name comes up. But I guess, yeah, it would come up the same way it does in chat. And yeah, it comes up as Soul Rain in chat. So that's Rachel. Wow, and I know it used to be, okay, let me see. If I type it, Soul, or, let's see. Soul Rain Arts. So I'm going to see if I can type it, and it might link to it. Ooh, my computer's getting warm. It didn't do it. Let me see, I have to put the art sign. Yep, the @ sign. Okay. Try that, Peg. Try putting the @ sign in front of your name. Your, oh, come on. It just... That's weird. It popped up as I was typing it, and then it didn't link it. I've seen people do that before. Maybe I'll take the spaces out, because they'll type a name in there, and then it'll come in a block, and you can click on it. I wish they hadn't taken that function away where you can just click on the dots and the person's name pops up. Nope, it didn't pop up, Peg. We're learning here, folks. We're learning together. Nope, nothing comes up to click on it, and I've seen people do it. And it'll come and it'll be highlighted with a little orange, with an orange box around the person's name. Nope, not popping up. But I guess you can copy and paste that in there. This is dumb. Why is it doing this? Because I want you guys to be able to put your names in there. Okay, well, we won't hold up with this. But in the comment section under this video, feel free to link your YouTube channel so everybody can see your work. One more. It's kind of thick too. So I said I have to stop buying paints because I'm afraid my paints are going to start to dry up. There's no point in getting a good deal on a paint if it goes bad and you can't use it, right? Oop. Okay, Peg, I just did. All right, last one. And then it's on to Happy Mail, which I'm so excited I have. It's kind of like expecting to go to my P.O. box and it'd be empty, but there was a postcard in there and a letter. And I had my own Happy Mail come, something I purchased a couple of weeks ago. Okay, this is red oxide and Liquitex acrylic. I meant to say basic. Okay, Liquitex basic, and that is that. So do with my top to this? Put that away. Alright. So morning mist. I'm pretty sure I have a morning mist in here. Oh, here it is. Handmade Modern's morning mist. Very different from the Deco Art. But these two colors together, oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay, I see the link. The tag didn't work. It definitely does not want me clicking on anything else while I'm streaming. Okay, so those are pretty together. No Morning Mist is like one of my favorite colors. Next thing is deciding where this should go. Is it like a blue? Is it a purple? See, when you put it next to the reds, and I mean the purples, kind of has a purplish hue to it. I don't think I want to put it with the grays though. Anyway, yeah. So this is, who was that? Lynn. Who was asking? Who was asking about the size? This is what I put them in. These are sheets for trading cards, like baseball cards. And it's also where artists will do like pocket trading, because once you have the cards in here, let me find one that doesn't have cards on both sides. People will like make a whole sheet, cut it up in ATCs, and kind of make ATC cards that have a similar background or whatever, and then they fold it up, and it fits into a regular size envelope, if I'm not mistaken, and they mail it off, and people collect. I think there's a specific name for it, but people collect these little page protectors from each other with themed cards. I've never done that before, but it's always interesting seeing other people who have. Red Oxide. Yeah, this is really pretty. I don't have it. It's kind of similar to Dina Wakley's Sedona. I think it might be a little heavier than hers. A little darker. Hers is a brighter red. Here's another Red Oxide by Liquitex, and they're heavy. Oh, so same brand, just different viscosities. So that right there, this one's a little lighter. Definitely love Red Oxide. So that's interesting to know. What's this? The Cadmium Red Deep Hue, and I have one that as well. Oh, this is Cadmium Red Extra Deep. What was that writing on there? That word doesn't make any sense. But that's from Utrecht. So slightly different. I think I prefer, like, I love this Cadmium Red Extra Deep. Love this. But now seeing the Grumbacher, I kind of like how smooth, and I know it's even deeper. I think I might have found a replacement. Uh-oh. those back to back here. Okay, so we're definitely going to go with these. I love this purple, the blue, red, deep. It's a purple. Let's see, I have some other purples in here that are kind of dark. Muted violet, we did that last week. Susie, you popped in. I didn't notice. Hey, Susie. Junk journaling. Sounds awesome. Oh, I didn't write who this muted violet was by. I think this was Liquitex. How did I miss that? I have to go back and do that. So this is Liquitex Muted Violet, and it looks exactly like the Blue Red Deep by Blick. That's probably the closest. Violet Oxide. It's nice, but it's a little browner. Let's see, and then I have like this. The Blick paints are really nice. Like you see how evenly and just smooth these paints go on, and this is a matte. I love matte paint. So here we have Blick's Purple Matter, and it is quite similar to the Burnt Umber from Master's Touch. Just so, you know, it's got that purple tint to it. I think I need to start using the Burnt Umber more often. Sorry, I stopped because it smelled like something was burning. It definitely smells like something's burning. There's smokers in the apartment, and kind of worried. What did I pull out? This was the Purple Matter was over here. Muted Violet. So let's see. I think we were talking about doing these together. So I'll put this in here. Mauve and Morning Mist, I think I'm going to put with the purples as well. Even though this looks so brown. Okay. Are we able to get the links working, Peg? Yeah. They really weren't thinking when they took that out. I don't know what inconvenience that could have been for them. But it's been a really big inconvenience not having it. So right here with the pale olive, I'm just going to pull these out before we go to Happy Mail. Raw Sienna by Blick. Fine Touch, the Flesh Yellow, and the Ochre. I'll take it out, but I think I'm going to find something that's similar. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Find a similar color to that, because this takes too long to dry. And that will not work. It is quite different from the other yellows I have. Maybe we'll go with the transparent. I can always do Naples yellow. That's becoming, I'm not a fan of yellow, but I have become a fan of Naples yellow. Let me pull out Naples yellow. I say that, but this. We'll do this. There we go. Those are oranges, okay. Oh. Okay, yeah. Thanks for posting those, Peg. Happy mail. Okay, I got a postcard. This is from Penelope on IG. I don't think there's an underscore in her handle. I think it's just Penelope de Spain. And she's participating in the iCAD challenge. But she sent this one, she posted this one on her Instagram page. But she's working with a specific palette every week. And this one had, I think, an extra color in it. So she decided to send it to me. She says it has some Payne's Gray in there. And she's one of my Patreon members. And so she got the stencil from May. And that's what this stencil is, Sundance. So she's been printing with Sundance last week. And this was kind of her color palette from last week. Don't remember which page it is, but she's working out of the Color Scheme Bible. And this week, I think I was the only one to comment on her post, but she was asking for random numbers, and she was going to pick them out of a hat, and I think I might have been, I have to check the post, but maybe I was, I don't know. Either way, my number got picked, and I picked 1, 2, 3. So page 1, 2, 3 is this one. So this week, she's currently working with these colors. Trying to stretch herself, as I am, by using these books and color palettes on Pinterest. So, very happy to get this. I love filling printed papers, gel printed with acrylic. The texture is like texture and it's smooth at the same time, and I just love it. And I love how she put all these stamps on here. So I'm gonna have to send her a message because I want to send her one back, but her address isn't on here. So that's that. Then I got, Peg, is this from you? A card? Let me pull it out of the camera. See what's in here. Ooh, painted paper and ATCs. Oh, Peg. Thank you. Beautiful sprayed paper. Oh, wow. Love that. It's all perspective. This is nice. Alcohol inks. Build friendship. Yes, indeed. Friendships that we're building on Instagram and YouTube and everything else is a saving grace during times like these. Some more alcohol ink? Love this. I need to bring my alcohol inks over. Okay. Put something on the back of here. Okay. I think I'm following on YouTube, Peg. I have to double check. Like, I'm crazy. Like I have ADD, so I'll look at someone's page, whether any social media, and I'll think I clicked it and moved on to something else, and then I'm like, why don't I see any of their stuff? And then I go back in, no, I haven't clicked on it. Duh, Jackie. But love these pegs. So let me see. I have to take one of my pages out of here. Let's see if they'll fit. And put these in with my postcards. Okay. Here we go. Yay! Come on. Snug as a bug in a rug. Hey, Patty. What's that, Tara? Your art class? I missed it. Oh, I missed what you were talking about, Tara. Said something about an art class. Oh, Peg. These are fitting in here so nicely. Now I've got to collect. You know, my P.O. box is open for anything, guys. What you send me, I will send back as long as you give me an address. If you send me a postcard, I'll send you a postcard. ATCs, I'll do that. Painted papers. Backgrounds. Hold on to these. I've been sticking envelopes in weird places. I need a place to stick envelopes so I can jot down addresses. So that's that. Where are my postcards? Let's see here. So I'll stick this ATC page in here with my postcards. I have to put a divider in this so I know where each section starts. That's how I am. So Penelope's will go in here. I think I already have Penelope's address somewhere because we have exchanged art before. I don't know why I put that right there. That needs to go in the back. Every time I make a postcard for Patreon, I keep the first. I think I forgot to number the ones from May, which I hate because I didn't want to number those. But the first of every set of postcards, I save for myself. So that's why those are there. Okay, now I've got ATCs and postcards. Oh, I feel so loved. Put that back there. And boom. Okay. July 1st, they're going to have classes? Are they limiting the sizes? How do you feel about that? That's true, Peg. I can definitely make a book out of them. Another reason to make a book. So this is what I ordered from Art Foamies. When they were having their free shipping, when was that? A couple weeks ago. I placed this order on the 25th of May. So they were doing free shipping that one weekend. So I ordered two that I've been eyeing for years. And these are, oh, I'm so excited. And it's been years since I purchased art foaming. So these are by Natalie. I can't even remember her last name. Kalbach. Natalie Kalbach. Her Batik, 2 of 4 of her Batik foam stamps. And these are the larger ones, I believe. Yep, these are the large. So we'll get to play with these. Woohoo! And then there was a freebie they were giving out with them too. The little house. How cute is that? This will be good for stamping postcards too. I got different ones. I think they might have more versions of a house, different houses. Stamp a little town. Welcome to the neighborhood or something like that. So that's it for Happy Mail. I was excited to get what I got. I like how KP every Friday is doing something, you know, the Friday at 5, and it's supposed to be like 5 to 10 minutes of something you can do with the foam stamps. I kind of want to get the Duo stamp pads that they sell at, I think it's on the Rubber Moon website. But, you know, most of the stamps I usually get are archival or water resistant. So, but just for stamping cards, a quick postcard, that would be fun to use, the Duo stamps. But she has a lot of cool ideas, like the scratch board she did with Sarah's stamp. I never even heard of Scratchboard. I still kind of need to go back and watch that video again because, or hopefully she made a video of her doing it, because it looked 3D. Like, it looked dimensional. And I don't know, Sarah, if you're still on, are you familiar with how she did that? Because it looked really cool. And I definitely will have to give that a try. So, we have our color palette for today. These colors, I feel like I probably have used this color palette before. But, just easier to pick this out instead of wasting your time rummaging through paints. Especially since I have so many of them over here now. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. Or we could pick a palette at random. What else do I have up here? I still had yet to put my stencils away from the last time we were together. So I still have my Asimic writing stencil out. Maybe we can do a tag or something. Still have the stickers I made. It's just still a mess on my table. Still a mess. Let's see. That was one of the postcards that I cut. I printed out for last week and didn't even mention them. So we can do a tag or something. I printed out on newsprint, the Simic writing. This is actually it printed twice on one page, and it kind of looks like all one continuous image, but you can kind of see where, if you really look, you can see where it breaks off right down here. But I like that. And this is printed on deli paper. I didn't foil it. That is something I want to do, but I haven't gotten around to foiling it. I love, love, love the foil on newsprint. That's where I don't have a scrap bin in my apartment yet, so scraps are kind of like flying around everywhere. The dual pads are archival, Pam? I have to look into that. I can't keep up with, what's supposed to be on what layer of a project. When I was a kid, we would color or paint colors on a piece of paper and cover it all with black crayon. You would then scratch through the black to reveal the colors below. Oh, yeah. And Susie, now they sell stuff like that. Papers that have colors underneath with a kind of, it doesn't feel waxy like crayon, but you can scratch it off. Arteza sells it. I think it's just called scratch paper on like Amazon. You can find it on Amazon. OrientalTrading.com always has them because it's kind of like fun. Like you said, it's a cool kids project to do. But yeah, I've recently seen it on Arteza's website. I do need to make my own because I don't want the bright colors, so maybe I can do it with some muted colors in the background and cover it with some kind of matte paint. Maybe if you put like some kind of finishing over the color, and then if you cover it with regular acrylic paint, you can peel it off. That'd be an interesting experiment to try out. How to make your own. I'm pretty sure there's a DIY out there, either on Pinterest or YouTube. How to make your own scratch paper. So we've got this. Get this off the table because I'm not using it. That too. It's garbage. I had this on the table last Saturday and didn't show it. These are what was used for the digital prints from that were out there for Patreon. These are the originals. And it wasn't until I put them out there and tried to print them. There's a page missing. Should be 5. It's on the scanner. Oh boy. Wasn't until I scanned them in, and even digitally, they look exactly like this. Print them out, and this green to the eye, the copier, the scanner sees it as blue. So there must be a blue tint to this green, and that's all the printers are picking up. Oh yeah, I have seen scratch off cards. So I have to see what kind of paint is used for that scratching part. Yeah, I definitely do not want to do things from scratch anymore. Cooking. That's why I like when Rachel Ray came out with her whole series, 30-minute cooking, stuff like that. Even though people were kind of like talking about her like that's not real cooking, I could appreciate Rachel Ray in the fact that she showed me how to cut down cooking to 30 minutes or less, because after that, you've lost me. I do not like spending a whole lot of time making anything except for gumbo. That's the only thing I'll willingly make from scratch is gumbo, crab cakes. I'm a seafood person, so that I'll make from scratch, and tacos. Okay, we've got some stuff on here. Let's pull this up. I don't even remember what color this was that I put on here. It was one of those reds, so let's do yellow. Oh, paper. I don't know where. I don't know where my stack of paper went when I was moving all this stuff around. So I have to cut another stack. This is just regular copy paper. I'm gonna cut it to 5.5. This is probably why my blade is dull, because I cut thick paper, multiple sheets at one time. The blade probably doesn't appreciate that. Well, Susie, you are way more skilled at cooking than I am. I mean, I guess it depends on what it is. I don't know. I just never had the patience for cooking. I don't mind baking, even though I haven't done it in a while. Used to love making cookies, cakes. Didn't really get into making breads from scratch, even though I absolutely love, can't live without it, bread. Love bread. Need to get more comfortable. No, I don't need to get more comfortable with making it, because then I'd eat it all the time. Oh yes, please, please, please. Thank you, Peg. I've got quite a few likes for me, quite a few for me. 6 likes. Thank you so much for those likes so far. Where are we at? Almost an hour and a half? That's not bad. I think one of these Saturdays it took me an hour just to swatch. It's very dangerous, Susie. Very dangerous. Unfortunately, my kitchen is just way too small for me to be comfortable baking. I need to be able to spread out. I kind of like having, just, I don't know. I don't necessarily make a mess when I'm baking, but definitely need to be able to spread out. I'm supposed to be taking the time to perfect. My aunt makes these amazing yeast rolls, and I'm supposed to be learning how. I've done them before, like 1 or 2 times, but it's a process, and I want to kind of get it down pat. She's passed on the recipe to my cousin and me. Sorry. She's passed on the recipe to me and my cousin, and so we really haven't taken the time to learn it. And we should. Because when I get old, I don't want to work anymore. Those rolls are so good. Can make a little pocket change off of them. I should have cut the rest of this little stack, but keep it moving. All right, so we've got our stack of paper. Got our paints. I'm gonna take this yellow. And pull this up. I don't remember what color know I poured out too much. I think it was the, I don't know, give me the line. I don't remember which one it was. I won't lie. Okay. So what else we got going on? Some water. I'm starting to print more on the copy paper so that I can ease myself into collaging with my prints. Printing backgrounds. There was some white on the page. Yeah, that's what that was. Break that up so it'll come off next time. So that's a nice color combo. One of my stencils that I love. Okay, so we're gonna go in order. I think yellow or green. Oh, gotta get my white and bleached titanium out. Those are my neutrals, my backgrounds. Not that white. Although it could be. It doesn't really matter. And where's my... Don't know where the golden titanium buff is. There it is. I think I'll work on the rest of today getting my paints exactly where I want them. Okay. Ooh, we bumped up a little bit in views. Guess everybody's realizing when I get down to the printing, maybe. They don't care for the swatching and the happy mail. Or maybe, I know sometimes those alerts, notifications don't go through right away with YouTube. Okay. So the burnt umber is the darkest one, so we'll start with that. Oh, since we pulled that, let me pull this. This was from last Saturday. I had extra paint. When I splattered on the postcard, I went ahead and spread it out on the plate. So we have that nice little texture. So let me see. Let's do, kind of want to do green. But you know what? I think I want to, I kind of want to, I don't want to pull the whole thing. Maybe I can, and then I'll just collage with it. Yeah, I'll do that. So let's do green and white. I just put them in the mail this morning, Peg. I was a tiny bit behind. but they are on their way. It smells kind of good. I need to sit down and finish listing some new stencils. Because it's been a little while since I've listed a stencil out there, I think. Since, well, maybe like a month or so. But, yeah. Been a little bit on a roll here with the stencils. Thanks, Peg. You're so awesome. Okay, that should be good enough. Ooh. That's cool. Definitely a cool texture. So I made that with the, for those that weren't on last Saturday, I put mixed like Payne's Gray with water and it was really, really fluid. And then I just kind of smeared it across the plate with Tim Holtz Distress, I think it's a splatter tool, I think is what it's called. And kind of just moved it across the plate and set it aside to dry. Really cool texture. So that's that. Okay. So I did that because I need this plate clean so that I can brayer out the burnt umber on one of these plates. Oh, I love this color. And then stamp it. Onto here. Not taking too much care to line it up. Okay. Then maybe even. Oh, let's try stamping it on here. See if I can just roll it directly on there if I have enough paint. Hopefully it didn't dry out too fast. Oh, jeez. Okay. And then this is dry and sticky enough where more of this paint will come off better. So let me go ahead and pull that. Get a good press in there. Let it settle. Pull that up. Now, for those who might have just popped in, these are art foamies designed by Natalie Kalbach. 2 of the 4 stamps in her Batik set. These are the large ones. Like that. this. Let's see. Pull out another plate. Got a plethora of plates. I think I'm just gonna roll straight onto the stamp this time. Get it juicy, juicy. Where am I here? Okay, this went that way. Okay. Running out of room. X on top. Okay. This paint is really, doesn't seem like it, but it stays wet quite a while. It's really juicy. We take a little bit off so that the stamp doesn't have to work as hard to remove the paints. Press it in there. Like the brushy paint, a little slow, had to bank to see it. What's slow? My stream? Okay. This paint is really nice. Okay, that's over there. Got plenty of paper. I love how that looks together. The brushy one with the stamping on top. That's a nice mix of textures there, if I do say so myself. Love this. Okay. Okay, now we can stamp on top of this one with this. As soon as we get a little, you know I can't leave these perfect like this. Should we attempt to reproduce this? We already have this. We don't need to duplicate it again. Let's find a different texture to put on the back of it. Let's see. I have this one. This might be nice behind it. Let's see, if we're doing this, we did this. The next color behind that would be one of these if we're going to, so let's do this one. Let's do the flesh yellow. Go in mid-tone color. Where is my handy dandy makeup sponge? Juice. Okay, so let's see if I can get a little bit of this off. Okay, awesome. Remove a little bit of this. I'm using this as the palette. Ooh, this is gonna be so cute. So happy I finally got these foamings. See, I think I need to do this to this one before it dries any further as well. A little elbow grease in there. Get some of that to pick up. Okay. Just a little bit. Oh, I absolutely love this stamp. I don't know why it took me so long to get it. Okay. Claire, that's a new name, I think. Welcome, Claire. Yeah, Tara, I've been looking at these stamps on the website for years, like at least 2 years. I have no idea what took me so long to buy them. These 2 plates are 5x7. This is 3x5. This is the one I like using for postcards if I'm printing directly on the postcard size, a 4x6 postcard. Gail, I miss Gail. Gail, where were you? I don't see Gail's question. Got lost in the mix. Oh, there you are, Gail. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, so 5x7 because I was kind of into card making before I started doing mixed media. So 5x7 is a format I'm comfortable with. So 5x7 is like my favorite gel press plate size. And since I started getting into postcards, the 3x5 has now been added to the mix as a fave. Because I do the 4x6 postcards. So 3x5, I just turn it over, whoop, stick right in the middle. Perfect white margins, framing it, everything. Love the 3x5 and the 5x7. Okay, so we're going to stamp with the, is this the one? This is raw sienna, that's not it. With the flesh yellow. And of course, we need metallic. Oh, I should have done that on the first layer. It's never too late to add metallic. Okay, let's do. What is my metallic? This is gold. Bronze. This is the regular gold, isn't it? Yeah. I usually use gold deep, but we'll go with this. More than likely bronze. Okay. I kind of just, let's see. I really like my Asemic writing stencil now because it adds just the right pop of color in the background. I just had it up here. What did I do with it? Maybe I'll just add this circle. Because I don't know where to do with that stencil. Where did I put it? Maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll do this in gold and bronze. I mean, I don't know what I did with my color palette paper. That's not how I want to do that. I need more paint than that. Okay. Just going to press this in a little bit. Hope I have enough paint on there. Yep, just enough. Turn it on this side. Press it down again. Just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's some on there. It's not gonna pick up that much once I put the pink, the flesh yellow down. But when you turn in the light, it should pick up a nice little hint of color. Let's see. Let's see. What do I use a 5x7 for? Is that for cards too? Oh, yeah. Yep, Claire and Gail. The 5x7. Even though I don't make 5x7 cards that much anymore because I'm usually working with 8.5 by 11 paper. And so when I cut that in half and fold it, that's what the 4.25 by 4.25 by 5.5 size cards. Let's find another texture to put in the back here. I'm looking for my even in my my stencil folder, I have my cardboard in there. Let's see, anything else in here you might want to use? Okay, so let's see. With the cardboard, let's try the flesh yellow and see how that picks up. That's going to be nice. I think I might have rolled off too much of that. I need it thick for the cardboard to pick up enough of it. Roll the rest on there. Let's see, a little down there, tad bit right there. Got a little left over, so I'll put it on this one. Roll this out, and we'll go ahead and pick this up. I don't think we're going to get any other colors out of that. I had my son cut 1,000,000 postcard papers. So I just yank one of those out. Oop, that might not be centered. Hey, Susanna. Susanna's another artist who has a YouTube channel. She's got some great work on her channel. She's very good about explaining how she goes about her projects. All right, Sarah, thanks for joining. Okay. Talk to you later on the social media. Which one's your favorite color, Susanna? This one? The flesh yellow? I had something else on this plate, so we might be in for a surprise. Okay. That's too dark. This area over here looks a little strange with the bronze and the flesh yellow. They look a little weird together, but we can work with that. Then we need to add either some black to there, go a little darker, or go lighter with the white. The blue was a surprise. That was on the plate, but I think that looks nice with the rest of it. Guess that maybe that was the Payne's gray. Get this off of here. Let's see. Can add something to that. Maybe some white Posca after that dries a bit. I have to work on mark making. I don't usually do that. And that's where I think this comes in, like adding a little bit to it is where mark making comes in, and that's not my thing at the moment. But I plan on working on it. So, we could pick this up with the bleach, I think unbleached titanium and white, just to see what we have here. Not to get too fancy. Here we go. Unbleached titanium by Artist Loft and Blix matte whites. Like to combine those two together just so that the background isn't too flat. Okay. There we go. Switch this over so I can get a piece of paper. Okay. So after we see how this looks, maybe figure out what to add to this, although it's going to look a little different because this is the negative, whereas this is the positive. Massage it in there. Okay. I think I put bronze on this too. Looks like not quite as dark as I thought it was going to come out. The burnt umber might have still kind of been a little wet, maybe. It looks like it smudged just a little bit. That's interesting. Gotta figure out a way to add a little pop to that. Put this over to the side. So we've got this, and we've got some of that, some of the forgetting the name, the flesh yellow right there. I feel like this just needs a little bit more, maybe some dots in there. Maybe I should just pull it in. We'll just add to it from it. Let's see. We shall use what? So we've got this. I think the green is going to be too dark. No, this look nice. I don't know if I would like the green with the yellow already in there. What do you guys think? Maybe you can use just a swatch of it. Just a little swatch of green right there. Just on the side so we can see what it looks like. Put my finger right in it. Okay, that's just a little. Flesh and turquoise. Yeah, we can do that. I was just kind of working with, I picked a color palette to start off with, to work with. So I was kind of working with those colors. Where did my scratch paper go? Here it is. Let's pick this up a little bit. So we just want a hint of it. Just a hint. Just a hint of green. Rub that in a little bit. Pull this up a little bit. Pulled that up a lot of it. Didn't mean to do that. Whatever. Okay. Turquoise. We can definitely try that. I don't know if turquoise will work with all these colors I have on here. Because right now I'm working with this color, this color, this color. These are the three colors that are on the plate right now. So I'll pull these off as is, I think. And then I'll pull a turquoise out. And we'll play with that. We'll use this stamp to play with that turquoise. Okay, so just want to make sure this is dry. These out of the way because I don't get upset at myself if I get paint on them. The turquoise green, I have a few. I have a few. I can show you what I've swatched so far in my turquoise. And then there's some that I haven't. So I have this one, turquoise deep. What's going on here? Why aren't these going down? Oh man. Came out. Okay. Back to these. So I I have this turquoise deep. Or what's another one? Phthalo turquoise. I have a cobalt turquoise. All these pretty little turquoises. Cobalt by different companies. Peacock by Dina Wakley. It's more of a teal. I'm not using a turquoise. This is pale olive. And it's by Artist Loft. Ooh, wow, 17 likes. Thanks, guys. So, maybe the cobalt turquoise. Peacock is nice. Yeah, let's think about that, guys. I kind of think I like the cobalt turquoise or the phthalo turquoise by Deco Art. Let's do that. Let's do the phthalo turquoise. If it will come out. Thank you. Okay, so we'll leave that there. This, I need to put down the last layer and get this out of the way because I just want to get paint on it. And we'll do this. Let's do Titan Buff and white. Some paints also, if the layer, this last layer is too fluid, it'll kind of reactivate the paint on the plate and move it. And I think that might be what happened here. I put too much paint on it, and then it was too fluid, and then when I start rolling it, it kind of, especially if I do too much rolling, brayering, it starts to move underneath and kind of gets I don't know what I would call this, hazy a little bit. The paint itself isn't as sharp. It starts to probably mix with the layer. And yeah. Yeah, I wish, it's hard to find a good webcam. There's another, what is this, Logitech. There's another Logitech camera out there that's supposed to be better, but I've been reading reviews on it from other YouTubers, and I don't think it justifies the huge difference in price. And I would stream with my phone, but someone might call and then the stream will get kicked out, and that's not cool. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to come up. What are you doing? Uh-oh, something didn't dry all the way. This is leaving a lot behind. What color was this? This is very grungy though. Super grungy. Like it. Doesn't seem like it's one particular color that didn't pull. But I like it. I like the grunge. Definitely leaves room for me to stamp something else over top of it. And was there anything else on this? No, I just used that as a palette. Okay. So let me see if I can get the rest of this off. Oh, I gotta find this turquoise. Phthalo turquoise Deco Art Media. So that would be in this bin. Kind of threw some other ones in here. Ordered some more bins off of Amazon. These fit wonderfully in the Rascogs and utility carts. And I originally got them from Michael, but they seem to be selling out of them. So I found them on Amazon, the exact same size. Little turquoise. Cobalt. I need to label the top of these. Prussian blue. Cobalt turquoise. Cobalt teal. Doesn't look anything like the little turquoise. And you look at the bottom, it looks dark blue, but that's it. And that's why we swatch. Kind of curious what this whole background would look like. Phthalo turquoise. Oh, wrong brayer. Took this out of the box. Didn't mean to. I tightened the screws on this brayer because they were sticking out, and now it doesn't roll right. It looks weird. But it could be a background. Something to start with. Ooh. This didn't want to pull up either. It's actually not as weird as I thought it was going to look. Kind of just looks like gray. The green, is that the green? The green and the, I'm going to keep trying to get this up. Not quite dry, so the buff and the blue, the turquoise are mixing. It might have to dry a little bit on the paper. Brayer into it to push on the gel plate a little bit, help it release the paint off. Release the paint. Let go of the paint. Okay, so that's like that. We got some green on here already. I'm going to take this. We're going to put some turquoise on this. Use as a palette, and we'll brayer it onto the foam stamp. Woo, so pretty. Another one. I won't do the bottom. Maybe we'll do something else down there. We'll get this off of here. So the acrylics seem to work lovely on the stamps. Maybe it's just not a dry day. Seemed like last Saturday stamps weren't playing nicely with me. Pick it up. Nice and good. Oh yeah, that's a good stamp. Pretty. Let's get a little bit of this edge off of here. A little bit, and I took the whole edge off. A little more. Okay. Let that dry. That's kind of drying still. Okay, pull all off. There we go. Nice clean plate. Definitely something to work with. Like that. Like the color mix in the background. Feels yummy. Because it's still wet. See if any of this is wet still. Ooh, too far over. There we go. That's nice. Then we can go back in with the burnt umber. Kind of like how gray tone to the burnt umber. That's the one thing about gel printing. Sometimes you can never tell how you got a certain color because you're mixing everything together. But this is a great start. Let's see, what can I add to this in the burnt umber? You guys see that? I love like tone on tone. Having the phthalo blue along the side and then printing it on top, it kind of lets it fade in and out so that the shape, the design, the pattern isn't too like focused and in your face. It kind of just fades in and out of the phthalo blue, that turquoise, blue, phthalo turquoise that's already on there and just fades in and out of it. I love that. Bye, Patty. Thanks for joining. Sorry, I needed a little water. Where's my acrylic stencil? I want to use it. I have some samples, ones that I cut out of transparency film. I hadn't even used it. It's still clear. Let's take that and we'll put it on here. Technically there's a front to it, but I don't think it really matters. We'll just take a little swatch of burnt umber. Swatch it back and forth. Don't know how well that's gonna look. The turquoise really holds its own. Like I was thinking it was gonna kind of, the burnt umber was gonna overpower it, but it's holding its own there against the burnt umber. Okay, so that's that. And then we'll kind of, I don't want it to be necessarily everywhere, just some little spots. Yes, awesome. You guys are gonna get tired of me and this acrylic writing stencil. Using it on everything. It's just a perfect little pop. I like this as is, so we'll leave that like that. Let's close up shop on this plate. And this one has a little bit left on it, so I don't know, might find something to add to it and pull the print. This, maybe I can get away with bronze on this one. Just a little something. Oh, the cynic writing stencil is sitting right here under my nose. Silly girl. Silly girl. Silly rabbit. I was talking with someone on Instagram about pan pastels, and I love the bronze pan pastel. But now that I'm looking at it, the Payne's gray. I think one's regular and the other is deep, dark. I mean. Yeah, this is now my favorite stencil that I've made. Before that, it was the ring stencil or the cell stencil. It was kind of in between the two of those. But now the cynic writing one has taken the lead. Let's see. Should I try with the bronze? I'm gonna go for it. What the heck? I'm gonna go right along the top here. Is that dry? It's not, but that's okay. It's like this is gonna last me a lifetime. I can't see myself getting through this anytime soon. And I just love them because they're so creamy and opaque. And somehow during the printing process, it seems like they become smudge proof. I think you can erase them, erase pan pastels. But these, when you wipe your finger on them after you've printed the paper and pull it, they don't move at all. Hi, Ginger. This stencil is I'm actually going to be mailing them out, putting them in the mail today. They're for this month for my Patreon members, and they'll probably be in my Etsy shop sometime in maybe late July, early August. I like to give my patrons. That was my brayer. I kind of need that. It fell. Good thing I have a lot of them. I try to give them time to, get to play with them, and then I give everyone else access to them. I'm still working on the whole Patreon thing. This braid is really too big. I just want to take a little bit. Let's try this one, even though it's being acting mean. Okay, that's good enough. That's else my hand will start cramping. And we'll pull this with my Etsy shop is the Artisan's Cash. It's linked in the description box for all my YouTube videos. What should we try? Should we try a... Wish I could just pull the background from this paper on my table. I love how the yellow ochre looks back there. And the white. Ooh, maybe we should put a pop of white in there. I'll pull it on white. How about we do that? I'll just pull it with white. Just so I can see the colors nice and pure. The one back there, that braid has blue on it. I know that's going to come off on the white. Ooh, maybe we should put it on top of this. I don't know what I'm doing. Just want to do all of it. I think the farmer's market in my town is open, and that's why I hear so many people outside. I think today was the first day. Let's see. On here? Look at that. That's nice. Let's see if I can get the link here correct. https://www.etsy.theartisanscash.com. Oh, thanks, Peg. We were typing at the same time. Oh yeah, I forgot the shop part. So my link might not work. This is why I like the 3x5. Fits on a postcard very nicely, very art-like. Leaving the border for you to sign it on the front. Okay, let's pull off of here. No funny business. Oh, we got a little funny on me. Right here. Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's a pretty good chunk of it too. I really don't want to use the gel medium because it kind of makes it hazy sometimes, kind of hit or miss. Let go. Nope, it doesn't want to let go. Let's see. I'll try the medium and see how it comes out. That's gesso. Where's the gel medium? What happened to it? Oh no. Might not be able to save this one. I don't know where my gel medium is. on it. Oh well. Print something else on top of that, maybe that'll cover it. Well, when I finally find the gel medium, I'll print it back on there again. Okay, so that's that. We got this. These are more backgrounds. I don't think I feel like finishing those up. This one adds something to it so it can be a postcard. I was supposed to print on this. Oh, boo. Let's see. I was supposed to print on this with this. Maybe I'll just make 2 postcards. Make this one and this one. Oh, 3. Got this one. So across here, I think white. Maybe this might be a little too thin. No, this might be fine, and then I can just write across it. It's a gel print. That's what happens. You know? And you see how can you see how pretty the hand pastel is on there? Yummy. So let's see, it's already a semi writing on this, so to add more might be a bit much. Contemplate on that one a little bit, but I'll definitely put it on this one. Sometimes the white is just not opaque enough for me. This isn't even, I know I've used this, right? Yeah, right. I wanted to get the pan pastel in white because I feel like because it's so opaque, I could stencil it on just like I did this, and it would be able to hold its own and not absorb the color beneath it. Maybe I haven't used this because nothing's coming out of here. I was quite sure. I used this pen already, but I guess not. Unless I have 2 of them and haven't realized it yet. Okay. Like that. It just slides right across there. I don't know about this white. I do have beige and I feel like I always want blue, Payne's gray in there somewhere. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Thanks, Peg. You must be used to doing this whole moderator thing. You got this down pat. Maybe if I take the stamp again, if I can find it, what did I do with it? Where did the stamp go? That's the house. maybe if I take the stamp, oh, I don't want to go on the edge. And then I have this. I was trying to save this. It's a conundrum. Take this in a darker color and just kind of repeat the pattern across there in a darker color. So, Payne's go right here. Just go right across here. Let's see, I want it like, yeah, the dots across there. So right here. Wrong side. So I want it on here, on this side, the dots. So I need to do the dots on this side. It's not a bad deal if it goes across the top. Okay. Do it down here because we got that void right there. It wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. More paints. Need more paints. Oh, I don't feel like making a mask. Yikes. But I do have to make one. I have to make a 5x7 mask, a 4x6, 3x5. I think I want to make them out of stencil material just so that I can always have them when I do these. We're going to start over. I'm going to start this over. And like I said, we were down here and up here. Okay. I'll go paint on my fingers. Yes, stencil mask for sale. What do they call it? The viewfinder type things. Okay, that's. I'm getting kind of dark. Just the background of the flesh yellow is a lot darker than I normally would go with. I probably should have opened that up so that I could have made another layer with the titanium buff to lighten it up. And sometimes I hate layering on top, like I said, with the white because they tend to bleed. Colors under it tend to bleed through. And that drives me crazy. But I do have trying to get some paint off of. I did bring a gouache white acrylic gouache, and we can see how that holds up. I just feel like I need to lighten this up a bit, just a bit. Not quite sure with what. I think the same thing for this. I kind of want to stencil some white on top of this. I don't mind that peeking through. But it's always a matter of which stencil when you have so many stencils. This was my favorite to-go stencil, but lately I haven't been really feeling it. Let's go ahead and cut this down. I like this part. I'll make this part the postcard part. Why I keep pulling that out. It takes up so much space. So you know that Tim Holtz guillotine cutter, kind of looking forward to that. I'm all about convenience. I do love the Deco. I didn't finish that statement. The Deco guillotine. Actually, it would be kind of nice to, once again, the viewfinder. Need that. Just cut the edges off first. Tim Holtz Deco guillotine trimmer. Xandra of Scraps to Beauty on Instagram and YouTube. She has a store, an online store. She said that there's still going to be a wait on that. I guess it was supposed to come out this summer, and it's not. This is 4x6, right? I'll just cut this little bit off right here. And then I need to figure out the 4. I think I want it, I kind of like this top part. This postcard is kind of running vertically. I like the blue, but I think I want to take a smidge off. And then go to 4 on this. It takes off. I think I want a little more of the writing. I'm going to be taking a little more off. Okay. Yep, that works. Card base. Glue. That's fine, right? Maybe I could have a little border. Get fancy. Let's make it a little border. So our 6. Let's go 6.5. 5.5. 4. 3.5. These little strips, I gotta find somewhere to glue these down to. Having too many strips. Okay. Nice and clean and pretty. There we go. Those edges. Get those edges. Get those edges down. They haven't stamped yet. I had to make sure. Okay. That's pretty. Might have looked nice if I had edged it in black archival or something darker. But I like that. That's done. So we're going to cut this one down. I kind of like this as is. Everybody can see how that texture turned out. I'm going to cut this edge off first. This is going to be the fore side. Okay. So I might as well go ahead and cut that too. I was hoping it would run the other way. I wasn't paying attention to that. And this at 5.5. I really like how this looks. That background. Blue. Okay. Out of the way. Okay. That was a little uneven. That's okay. It might have been nice on the brown. Anywho, that's 2 down. Loving them. And we're going to try to fancy this up. Just something to kind of do something about that. I really wish I could at least try and find the gel medium. I could try to pull it off. Anywho, white. Go ahead and go with white, and it will be corn cob etching. Where is that one? Oh no. Corn cob etching. Let's see. It should be in here somewhere. Yep, there it is. We'll do lattice. That's one of my faves. Oh, I got another semi-stencil. Corn cob etching in white. Would that look weird? I think I might tape it off just a bit. I actually kind of like it when it goes off a little bit. I can't decide. Okay. This right here, we need some white down. That's too much. See how this looks. back over it just to make it a little darker, a little more opaque. Right at 3 hours. Whew. Never would have thought in a million years I'd be able to stream for 3 hours. And now I want something dark laid on top of that. And it's just the whole thing gets out of control. It doesn't quite feel finished. I think we might only have 2 finished postcards today. Maybe I'll finish them off camera and post them separately from the 2 that I'm happy with. Go back, just get a little more opaque. Yeah, that too much of the flesh color. Got to get used to that color. That farmer's market, I think, opened up today. A lot of traffic. Where I live is right in the downtown area of a little city south of Chicago, and the farmer's market gets a lot of traffic. I have yet to go. I just moved over here a year ago. So one of these days I plan on taking a look. I like where this one's going. I just think it needs, I don't know, like some framing, maybe. Maybe I can take, the slate gray and frame it out a bit. That's gray. But let's see, we got this one. I'll stamp the back afterward. And we have this one. Really love these 2. And these are in the works. This one, I might have to work on this a little more, but this, I think, just needs some framing to it in a darker color. And fortunately, I think this is, that's the one. That's as thin as the slate gray gets. I would love it if it would come in the pin nib. But alas, Posca doesn't listen for me. And it's a gorgeous color. something a little wonky. I think that kind of did it for me. Maybe a little something, maybe another, maybe little static on the end there. It's a little static. Frequency. Oh yeah, nice touch. I feel like that finished that. So that's 3. Can't quite decide what's up or down. But that's that one. Okay. 3 is a good number. This one, maybe it just needs a frame as well. Excuse me. What color could I use? Maybe just black? Oh, that's not it. So 1, that's a 1. It's black. I said I have beige, but I don't think that's gonna really pop enough if I make a beige border. Let's just go with black. I don't really like how it looks anyway, so it can't really get any worse, huh? Maybe I should have used brown. I have a brown pasta. But it's too late now. I probably still need to go across there with white. Instead of putting this blue, I probably should have just gone with white like how I had initially planned. Static. Beep, beep, beep. Static. Beep, beep, beep. Static. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. I think I'm going to go over the rest of that with white. And then that will be done. Even though we didn't get to do anything with these. Maybe they'll pop up in something later. Even though 4 tends to be an unlucky number in some cultures, that is the month and the day I was born, April 4th, so it is my favorite number. So the fact that we have 4 postcards here, I'm happy. I need to make sure this is dry. I put the stencil on top. I haven't quite worked out making sure my power cords are in, extension cords are within reach. Heat gun. a little more white paint on here, and then we are calling it done. Right down here. But it seems like this time everything wasn't too bright today. I know last time it was, for some reason, everything just seemed, lighting just seemed overly bright. And today is a nice sunny day, so that's not. Oh, it bled underneath the stencil. How did I let that happen? Right in my mouth. Okay. I'm just gonna call this done. Okay. That's not a favorite. I might end up going in a book somewhere for future reference. But these are faves, and I believe everybody, we're done. Thank you for joining me today. Like I said, links to Patreon, Etsy shop, Instagram, Facebook, even the gel printing groups that I'm a part of, Gel Press and Gel Print Enthusiasts, I think is the name, are all in the description. I will be posting these on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those places. So if you want to see a better picture of what these look like now they're done, make sure you go out there. And thank you so much for joining me today. Peg, thank you so much for moderating for me. And hopefully I get to see you all again next Saturday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And if you have any questions, either about what I used, or maybe you have something you want to see me use, go ahead and drop that in the comment section, and I'll make sure I answer those questions. And yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later. Bye.